Empires fall not from lack of power, but from the belief that power makes them invincible. In 479 BC, the Achaemenid Empire, the largest the world had ever known, stood poised to swallow Greece whole. They had burned Athens, shattered resistance at Thermopylae, and held the north with overwhelming resources. Victory felt certain. Then came Plataea, one moment of arrogant certainty, and the juggernaut shattered. This is the story of how hubris, the blind conviction that no one could match you, turned certain triumph into utter ruin. Plataea wasn't won by Greek destiny or sheer heroism alone. It was lost by Persian hubris, the fatal assumption that superior numbers and an empire's might could override discipline, terrain, and the raw cost of underestimating a desperate enemy. After Salamis forced Xerxes home with most of his fleet, his trusted general Mardonius remained, a man of royal blood, son-in-law to Darius, nephew to Xerxes, and one of the loudest voices pushing for the invasion. Herodotus portrays him as bold, ambitious, and increasingly impatient. He scorned retreat, rejected cautious advice from subordinates like Artabazus to withdraw to fortified Thebes, and dismissed Greek resolve as weakness. His army was superior, he believed, a conviction rooted in the empire's vast reach from India to Egypt. Mardonius wintered in Thessaly, then swept south, raising what remained of Athens to force the issue. He had every edge: cavalry that could dominate open ground, archers raining death at range, supply lines stretching across continents, and allies like Thebes feeding him men and intelligence. The Greeks, fractured by rivalries, finally united under the Hellenic League, Spartans, Athenians, and others, mustering perhaps 40,000 to 80,000 hoplites and light troops under Spartan regent Pausanias, outnumbered but armored for the kill in bronze and discipline. For 10 to 11 days, deadlock. Both sides read the same omens: victory to the defender, doom to the attacker who crossed the river. Persian horse harassed relentlessly, fouling the Gargaphia spring, cutting supplies, turning thirst and hunger into weapons. Greek morale strained, but they held the high ground, refusing to descend into the plain where Mardonius's cavalry could run wild. Pausanias ordered a night maneuver, shift to a stronger position near Plataea with better water. It should have been surgical. Instead, chaos erupted. Amompharetus, a Spartan captain, refused to flee from inferiors, stalling his unit. Dawn revealed disaster. The Greek line splintered. Athenians isolated left. Spartans and Tegeans exposed right, a gaping hole in the center. Persian scouts raced back. The Greeks are fleeing. Mardonius, mounted on his white horse, seized the moment. Here was the trap he had waited for. The enemy breaking, victory handed on a platter. Ignoring formation, ignoring warnings, he ordered full pursuit across the Esopus. His diverse army, elite immortals, Medes, Indians, Bactrians, surged forward eagerly, bows drawn, shields loose. Overconfidence made it a chase, not an advance. The Spartans and Tegeans held under volleys that darkened the sky. Sacrifices finally favorable, they charged. Bronze met wicker. Long spears thrust through lighter shields. Hoplite phalanx grinding forward in unbreakable rhythm. Close quarters nullified Persian range weapons. Armor turned aside shorter blades. Mardonius rode among his men, rallying fiercely, the visible heart of the army. Then, a Spartan named Amnestus struck him down. Spear or stone, the blow was mortal. The effect was electric. Leaderless, the multi-ethnic force fractured. Panic rippled outward. They broke, fleeing to the camp. Greeks pursued without mercy. The palisaded camp fell, Tegeans breaching first, trapping thousands inside for slaughter. Artabazus escaped north with 40,000, but Persian losses were catastrophic, tens of thousands dead. Greek casualties, light, perhaps 1,000 hoplites. The same day, Mycale crushed the remaining Persian fleet. Mardonius's downfall was no accident. He embodied imperial hubris, rejecting caution, scorning the enemy, assuming one glimpse of disorder meant collapse. Modern historians note he might have waited, let Greek unity fray as it nearly had, or struck systematically. Instead, haste exposed his army to the one thing Persian strengths couldn't counter: hoplite melee on chosen ground. Numbers tell a stark, emotional truth. Even at conservative estimates, Persians approximately 70,000 to 120,000 versus Greeks approximately 40,000 to 80,000. The mismatch felt overwhelming to Mardonius. Yet when arrows failed and spears closed, that vast host became a crowd. Brave individuals, but no match for unified bronze walls. His death wasn't just a casualty. It was the moment an empire's illusion shattered. Luck and Greek grit mattered. The botched retreat could have been fatal, but hubris handed them the opening. Plataea ended the invasion. Thebes paid for collaboration. Spoils built monuments. Athens' golden age followed. Democracy, philosophy, the ideas that shaped the West. Persia retreated, never to return as conqueror. A century later, Alexander would exact the reverse. Empires die when they forget that power without wisdom is fragile. Plataea haunts us still. The moment's certainty became catastrophe. Overconfidence isn't a flaw, it's a killer. What ancient turning point should we dissect next? Share below.